Hey coaches, it is Marcel, the team leader of Team Fit for Life, and we are in Coach Basics talking about social media. So we are in week 2 here, and I want to congratulate all of you guys for being really consistent in this group. It's really important that you allow yourself to digest all this information, but also to be able to participate in the group, because all of you are newer coaches, and I guarantee if you have a question, someone else is probably going to have the same question. So making sure that you're a part of this group is really important in your learning process. So with that said, I want to talk a little bit more about social media. There was a post yesterday that went into some really great detail about how to start that process. And I wanted to dive into a few more details, share some tips on how I have built my business via social media, and hopefully this will help you. So first of all, there is so much to learn about social media. I mean, I've been in this business for almost 2 years, and I'm still learning so much every single day. So with that said, there's no way that 2 days worth of posts is going to teach you everything you know. So make sure that you are always wearing your CEO hat, owning your business, and continuing to learn. So after you get done watching this video, go out and explore. How do I get better at Instagram? How do I do Facebook ads? Look at other coaches that maybe you connect with, either on our team or outside of our team, and see how they do things. It's important that you're continually trying to expand on what we're teaching you, because this Coach Basics group is a really good start to getting your business going. But there is so much more to learn. So make sure that you're continuing to learn after this, all right? Okay, so the number one thing with social media, the number one thing is consistency. Not 3 days a week, not 4 days a week, but 7 days a week. Now, this doesn't mean you have to have 6 posts a day and they all have to be fabulous, and they all have to be professional photos. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to be consistent on the message that you're sending. And it's really all about those small insights. It doesn't need to be a huge transformation story, and it doesn't need to be a novel. It can simply be insights to your life and what you're doing. Share a little bit about your workout. Maybe you make a little video about your workout. And I'm going to promise you at the very beginning, you're probably going to have crickets. This is just what happens, all right? But it's with that consistency that your business will grow, and I promise you people are watching. I guarantee people are watching. Even if you maybe only get 2, 3, 4, 5 likes and no one says anything, people are watching, okay? So it's important that you don't give up before the magic really happens, because it's the consistency that people are going to see over time in which they're going to trust. It's your job to outdo the coach that's going to give up, because that's not going to be you, right? I mean, you didn't start this business to give up. You started this business to be consistent and to stay true to why you got into this in the beginning. So make sure that you're being as consistent as possible. And it doesn't have to be these giant posts, but it could be maybe you came home from a hard day and you didn't want to drive to the gym. So you feel really lucky that you're able to pop in this video and get a really good 30-minute workout. So it's straight from the heart. It's simply sharing your own story, your own experience, kind of documenting your own journey in a way. It doesn't have to be something, and in fact, it should not be anything that is salesy whatsoever. All of this needs to come straight from the heart, extremely authentic, no links, anything like that. People are going to connect with the real journey that you are experiencing. That's really where the connections are built, is just on the day-to-day sharing of what you're going through. So like I said, maybe it's a little post about a healthy meal that you have. If something really inspires you, if you get off a team call and you are epically inspired, post that, because you're sharing your life. Whether this is about the coaching opportunity or your challenge groups or whatever that is, make sure that you're being extremely self-aware about what you're feeling. If you are super excited that you were able to get back into the shorts that you bought last summer that you haven't been able to wear, share that. Or maybe it's that you woke up with this new sense of just beautiful energy and you're ready to take on your day, share that. This doesn't have to be Not every post has to be about your workout or about your Shakeology. And in fact, it shouldn't, because that's not who you are. You're not a walking billboard for Beachbody. You are your own brand. But it's important to share the small things that Beachbody does for your life, whether that's going to be about your coaching. Maybe you're starting to build a team, and maybe you're really inspired that you're able to show someone else how to build a business from home. That's really inspiring to so many people. Or maybe it is about your workouts and that you weren't able to do what you can do now 2 weeks ago. That's a huge success. So being completely authentic and real and speaking from the heart is so, so important in this process. And I know a lot of you get really overwhelmed with this whole social media thing, but it doesn't need to be as hard as we make it. It honestly doesn't. So I want you to take this seriously, because social media is how I built my business, and 99% of my business is built off of Facebook, okay? Like the post said yesterday, pick 2 platforms. Facebook should be a very, very key element to your business, because it's a way for us to share photos and recipes and videos. That's where we hold our groups. So it's a big element to what we do in building our business. One last thing I want to share is that if you aren't sharing, nobody knows what you're doing at all. Nobody's going to know. You may be working out like crazy. You may be, eating really, really healthy, and you may be working on your coaching business and creating fun banners and all this sort of stuff that isn't moving you towards anything. But if you aren't sharing that kind of stuff, nobody's going to know. So it's so important to let that out to the world, because that's how you're going to make those connections with people. And it really is like this snowball effect. It's the compound effect. Honestly, it's the small little things you do over time that will add up to a major, major growth in your business. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. Like I said, make sure that you are being a sponge and make sure that you are continuing to learn. So go out there and there's YouTube videos galore, or Google on how to build your business more so with social media. I have a YouTube channel, and I have done a couple of calls on social media. You're welcome to look at those. There are so many coaches out there with great insight. So make sure that you are continuing to soak up that knowledge. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thanks.